Let's quickly continue our business model. Okay, now so we are at a stage where we are going to build a business model, and with this with the first one is when you are already having the company or the company is already running, but you are now coming to build a business model. Now this one is when you are starting. This one we are coming to talk about is, let me say, you are at your one corner, then you thought about a business, so you are now coming to start, draw your business plans, set up, then you start running as a data scientist what you can do. Or some group of people are forming a company, they need a data scientist, how you can do your work. Okay, the first point I introduced was, in fact, identifying the key roles in your story. Identifying key roles in your story. All right, let's continue. As a data scientist, you need to know the key players or what your company is solely going to based about. Find the roles in whatever startup you are about to establish. I stay at Airport Residential. I want to establish a pillow business at airport. Now, what are my chances that people at airport residential, are going to buy the pillow? You need to survey there, know how people behave there. Now, in a place like airport residential, whereby everyone is in his or her home in a residential building, do you think people will actually come out and come and buy your pillow business, or come and buy your pillow, or come and patronize? You realize most people in this area order things from online. There is no way when you establish a physical store or mall, you are going to get more customers. No. Study it and know where you take the route for the company you are building. Now you realize people at these places, airport residential, East Legon, they won't come out to buy. They only order online. Meaning here, your business must be an online based. Okay, what if the business is in Medina? Medina, these popular places where people moves around a lot. In Medina, no one is going to go online and go and order. Everything is just physical. Come and buy at a store, then go your way. In such places, you wouldn't like to advise your company or your startup company to actually build an online platform for purchasing of its product. No, you advise for a physical one, because Medina, everything should be physical. Identifying the key roles in your story. Any question? Okay, now the next one is question. 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 Now, questions here means you have to ask some questions. Data scientist, you have to ask some questions. Now, what are some of the questions you can ask? The place I'm going to build this company, or I'm starting this company. Do I have similar, or do we have similar company available offering the same service? One. Or this place, I'm actually going to establish this business, or my company wants to establish this business. Is there a competition? And if there is a competition, how tight is it? How tight here means, how is the competition going? Is it that it is so tight that your company can't get any advanced feature whereby it can use to beat its competitors? Ask these questions. That falls under questions. People in this place, do they even really sleep on pillow? Don't assume that everyone sleeps with a pillow. No, don't do that. As a data scientist, you don't assume. Based your results on facts. Does people even sleep on pillows? People around here sleep on pillows. If people don't sleep on pillows, there is no point in you establishing the business there, because no one will come and buy your pillow. Ask questions. The next one is research. Research. Do your research. In fact, in doing this research, you are going to get your data. In doing this research, there you are going to get your data. Then you start with the old model we started. As soon as you get your data, then you start with your old model. Research. Research can be in a form of so many things. So research, you can conduct your research in surveys, in smaller questionnaires, or however you can get your data. Research. Now after the research, you will see you have your data, and so you can use the earlier business model to build the company, or to build a company which can attract investors. Now let's come to what you are seeing on the screen. Business model. Now you've been able to establish your business. Every business, every successful business has this. Please write them down. Management, partners, distribution, costs, customers, service, revenue, and products. Okay. Now you as a data scientist, you've been able to help your company go through every process, make decisions, tough decisions for them. Now they've been able to establish the company. What's next? Now you can, maybe it was a startup company. Now it has come to a fully blown company, meaning you are now a senior data scientist at that company. What can you do to build a well-documented business model? These are the structures you need to follow. 1. Management. Management. In a company, every company should have a management, because there is no way, they've come, please take note, they've come to you to draw a business model for them, and you know this, I'm coming to explain them to you. Okay. Management. There is no way a business is successful without management. Take note. There is no way a business is successful without management. How is the management going to be? How is it going to be composed of? Who and who are supposed to be at the management? What are their roles as a manager in this company? A data scientist will sit down, assess this management, do your researches, and know this and that and that. Now, in management of a company, actually, let me tell you this. I own 3 companies. Yes, okay. In management of a company, we have management and we have management. You understand this. There are management who work around. He is at the management, he is at the developer, he is at the the service, he is at the financial board, he is at the distribution. They have this kind of managers there. They are all around. And we have these executive managers also there. Take note. If your company is a startup company, you can't bring managers who are just going to sit down office then just be enjoying air conditions. No. If it's a startup company where you are now finding your grounds, you can't have a manager who will always be sitting at one place enjoying air condition, always be there. You, as a data scientist, you can't draw this type of management for a startup company. It's going to collapse. Take note, a startup company you are now building, and so everyone must work around. A manager can be at the distribution, can be at the service, can be at the revenues, and can be at the product management. Know the type of the company, the scale of the company before you start drawing a management system for a company. Well, it's a well-developed organization with more financial support and this. There you can have a manager whose work can actually be one. Just come to office, enjoy big lunch, enjoy big breakfast, enjoy the air condition, then papers will come, he will be signing. Just be signing, and at the end he will get high salary. That one is there. That's for huge corporations who are financially stable, not a startup company. A startup company and you are a data scientist and you draw this kind of management for them, you are going to collapse the company. You are going to lose your job. Well, maybe you have a backup plan, but that won't be the best. Please know the type of the company before you draw a management system for them. Okay. We have partners. Please, any question on the manager before we move to partners? Now, partners. As a data scientist, what partners do you suggest your company should go for? Do you want them to go for insurance partners, or bank partners, or telecommunication partners, or investment partners, or other company partners, or distribution partners? What partners do you actually will you recommend for your company to go? Note, as a data scientist, you already understand the business model. You already understand the business of that company. So you should, based on the data you have, and be able to state, go for these partners. They will help the company to grow. Provided you are a company who deals with, let me say, insurance. You are an insurance company. You are a data scientist at an insurance company, and your managers come to you, data scientist, please give us an advice, or based on the fact or the data you have, what type of partners will you recommend for us to go for? An insurance company will definitely partnership with a bank. An insurance company is not necessary to partnership with a telecommunication. An insurance company, there is no way you should recommend an insurance company to partnership with an oil company. In fact, what would the oil company, where would it benefit? Or that you should understand okay, this is how my business is. This is where we are actually mastering, or this is how our business is going to be. My business is selling pillows. This company is specialized in manufacturing of pillows and selling of pillows. Now, if I make this company, if I advise them to go and partnership, if I advise them to go and partnership with an oil company, what do you think? The oil company, would that partnership succeed? No. But should your company be a car manufacturing company, partnership with Total Energies is going to be a win for your company. As a data scientist, understand the data you have, understand the business company you are with, and based on that, be able to suggest, in fact, a qualified partner for your managers to go for. You can't tell that your company is manufacturing bikes, they should go and partnership with Total Energies. In fact, I don't know what they will get from, but you can say they should go and partnership with an insurance company, so that should someone go and get accident with the bike is insured by them, then they will pay. Here, your customers are going to benefit, your company is going to benefit, and you yourself, you will see the joy in this. Any question? Okay, let's move on. Distribution. Distribution. Please, I hope you are jotting down things. Jot down some things. Okay, distribution. Now, your company is manufacturing bicycles. In this distribution, how do you, as a data scientist, they've come to you? Please give us an advice based on the data you have. Give us an advice on how we are going to distribute these our products to get maximum people purchase our things. Based on you, your data scientist, your data, you know vividly well that people in Ashaman likes using bicycle. And so if your company finds a distributor at Ashaman, the chances of the profit, or for your company to gain more profit, is going to increase. You cannot suggest a place where only fishermen are for your company to make distribution there. You know vividly that on the various university campus, students will need bicycles to move around. And so you suggest, okay, make a distribution, or make a distribution partner, or get your distributions, in fact, in the various universities. Students, you have your data that students, mostly in various universities, uses bicycles to attend lectures. And so based on this fact you have, your company is going to distribute the bicycles to the companies, to people in Ashaman, to all the places where they mostly use bicycles, and you see the success of your company. You cannot suggest that you can't just come out and say, okay, go and distribute my bike, your bicycle, go and make distribution, or set up a distribution store in, let me say, a place whereby they actually sell food, or a restaurant. No. Well, when a person comes to the restaurant, a person is coming to eat and go. But you can actually suggest, okay, distribute your bike to actually national parks. When you talk about national parks, please, I'm not talking about stadium. I'm talking about those of you who have actually visited national. When you say talk about national parks, I don't know how to explain it. Okay, in Ghana, do we have national? Okay, Mole National Park, where elephants are. So national park is like where refreshing. You can actually bike through some forests. You can actually have fun. Like it's a place to get. I hope you get what I'm trying to mean. National park, yeah, national reserve parks. Those who have traveled to actually Scotland, yes, they have a lot of national parks there. Or those who have gone to the Britain, you also have national parks there, especially in Northern Ireland. National parks, so you go there, you realize people are biking. You see, oh, you see, they will come and lay their mats. Their children will biking using small bike. Their mother, their father will also be biking, releasing stress. So such places, you can advise your company to set a distribution there. They will make a distribution there. Some parents will come like, oh, we don't have bike, but it seems here is very fun for bike. Oh, there's a biking store here. Let's purchase some. Thus, your company is going to grow based on the data you have, please. Any question? Right. The next point is cost. Cost. This particular point is very important. And as a data scientist, when you are giving advice on this particular point, you should be extremely, not just careful, extremely careful, because the decision you are going to make for your company can make your company run at a loss or gain profits. Now, you set up a bike company at a place, let me say in cantonment. Now, this bike company you set up, as a data scientist, you have your data, your research. Based on your research, you know that your competitors around, in fact, the average cost of their bike are, let me say, 200 Ghana cedis. That's the average cost of a bike among your competitors around. Now, as a data scientist, you have this data there. So you actually researched using about 10 companies. Then you've deduced and you have your data that, in fact, the average cost of a bike among these 10 companies is 200 Ghana cedis. Now, your company is also producing bikes. They've come to you. Since you have the data, you've done your research as a data scientist, propose the cost based on your data that we can profit. We can sell it. When we go out, people can purchase ours as compared to them. Don't be in a hurry. Don't be in hash. Don't be let me say, in a rush to say, oh, their prices are 200 Ghana cedis, and so let's make ours 150 Ghana cedis. Ladies and gentlemen, if you do this, your company might run at a loss. One, get another data. Get your company data. Consider, in fact, the amount or the cost of making one bicycle. get that data from your company. How much does it cost you? Let them give you that data. How much does it cost you to make one bicycle? Meanwhile, you have the other companies, their data there. How much does it cost our company to make one bicycle? So let's say if it costs 150 Ghana cedi to make one bicycle by your company, and you advise them to actually sell it at 150 Ghana cedi because your other competition or your other companies are selling theirs 200 cedis. And so you think this will be an advantage. It's a lie. Don't based on assumption. Based on the data you have. Now, my company is using, in fact, 150 Ghana cedis to produce one bicycle. The other companies too, they are using 150 Ghana cedis to produce a bicycle, but they are selling theirs at 200 Ghana cedis. Now, my company is now going to go out. I need to bring out a strategic amount or sales or cost so that people will be interested in us whilst buying, and my company will not also be running at a loss. Here, you sit down, you make your analysis, you compare and contrast before you bring out a final decision for your company. Data scientists, don't be in a haste to make a decision. Always use your data, be guided by the data you have to make decisions. Don't assume. Any question? Okay, now customers. We are moving to the customers. You are a data scientist in a particular company, either a startup or a fully blown company. Now, you want customers. How do you think you are going to get customers for a bike company? How do you think you are going to get customers for a bike company? Based on the data you have, or based on the research you have done whilst your company was being set up, you realize that people in sprinters like using bicycle, but they like mountain bikes. They like mountain bikes. Please hope you know my mountain bike, the bikes with big tires. Okay. Now, people there, and is someone talking? Someone is. Please, could you also increase the price of the bicycle to maybe 250, but add a special feature, a special feature the other companies don't have, and maybe target your sales to a selected people in an area the data shows they will buy more. Well, Emmanuel, I can't make such decision for you. It is up to you, the data scientist, based on the data you have and based on that special feature you want to add, you can give it a try. So it's your decision. Note here, whatever I'm doing here, I'm not giving you a decision. I'm giving you a guide for you to make your decisions. So it's based on you, the data scientist, the data you have in your possession, then you make your decisions. Okay. Okay. So let's move on. Now, the customers. People in Shiashi like using mountain bikes. And your company also have distribution in Shiashi. You realize your company are not building mountain bikes, they are building other bikes. Okay, they are building other bikes. So you realize the sales are going down. As a data scientist, based on your data, what can you do? Don't be in a rush and make your company turn to mountain bikes. No, this thing you must always keep it. Don't be in a rush. Now, analyze your data very well. Now, maybe it's because people who uses mountain bikes in Shiashi are people from, let me say, Kwahu or Eastern region, because they have mountainous things and they've been hiking using these bikes. So you can actually conduct a research among these people using the mountain bikes and see if you actually find it. Okay, people in Kwahu or people in this eastern region are the people using the mountain bikes. Here you can actually communicate to your company, make your company set a distribution in this Kwahu area. Then you actually distribute mountain bikes there without even distributing mountain bikes at Shiashi, but you'll be profiting at somewhere. You have to know a strategy. You know there are a lot of companies in Shiashi manufacturing mountain bikes. You are not manufacturing mountain bikes, but people in Shiashi prefers mountain bikes. You can advise or you can make a research and know the source of these people, where most of them are located. Then you actually takes it from there. You realize you'll be having an advantage. Know how to win your customers with the data you have as a data scientist. Okay, quickly let's move on to service. How will you advise your company to serve its customers? Is it going to be 24/7 or is it going to be one time service? There's an email then you send. How would you advise? Now, don't be in a rush. Based on the understanding you have on your company, is your company offering an online service or physical service? If it's a physical service, there is no need to produce 24-hour service. If it's an online, there is a need to at least get an active support email or a 24-hour service, online service, to actually attend to your customers based on your understanding of your business, how your business is being run, the data you have for your business. Maybe your customers are mainly people from Adenta, meanwhile your business is in Accra Central, or your business is around Rich, Independence Avenue. How does people in Adenta get help from your business? Here, you can't say you won't provide them 24-hour service. No, you have to, because for someone to move from Adenta to Independence Avenue is a whole lot. And should a person find a similar company closer, they will ignore your company. Based on the data you have, you know whatever your customers are, and you can make decisions for your company to follow and profit. Any question before we finish with the last two? Right. Please, I hope you are writing things down. Okay. Revenue. Now, on the revenue, how is your company going to profit? How is your company going to generate revenue? What will your company need to do to get more revenue as compared to the current one? As a data scientist, based on your data, you have a data of a customers, how they purchase it, how they use it, how often new customers come inside. Based on that, you can design. Maybe your company is a software company that produces or that makes services online. How are you going to generate money from this software company? Is it either by in-app purchase or subscribing or showing of ads on the software, you will need to understand your customers, what they need. You are producing, or you are offering a service of news. Maybe you are a data scientist for a news website. Now, when you actually encourage your company to bring in, let me say, an ads advertising, is it going to discourage your users from visiting the website, or they will still come? Or if you use subscribe, are your people going to pay and come and read the news, or they will find other news website to go? What if you make it in-app purchase? Are the people coming to pay for a particular news to read, or they are going to find alternative? As a data scientist, understand, you conduct your survey, your research, understand your customers, what they will prefer to do, what they need most. Then you use that to target for generation of revenue for your startup company or the company you work for. Any question? Okay, the last one. We have products. Products. How do you think your company should actually design your products so that it will attract more customers? Do you think your current product is enough, or do you think you want to add special feature, as someone said in the chat session, special feature to the product so that you can get more customers and increase your price? As a data scientist, you have the data of what your customers need. Based on that, you can actually say, oh, okay, let's venture into this. Let's add this to our product. Let's add that to our product. Any question? Okay. If there are no questions, the class has ended. I'll send this picture to you. Please read more about it. And please try do the work, the data work. Thank you very much for joining this class.